Hi, I'm Nahama.
Hi.
I'm going to be administering the Miq-Rs today, which stands for the Motor Imagery Questionnaire, Revised 2nd Edition. What this questionnaire looks at is your ability to imagine movements. Kinesthetic, which is feeling, and visual, which is seeing. I'm going to read these instructions first, and then I'm going to clarify, and then if you have any questions, feel free to ask. This questionnaire concerns two ways of mentally performing movements that are used by some people more than by others and are more applicable to some types of movements than others. The first is attempting to form a visual image or picture of a movement in your mind. The second is attempting to feel what performing a movement is like without actually doing the movement. You are requested to do both of these mental tasks for a variety of movements in this questionnaire, and then rate how easy or difficult you found the tasks to be. The ratings that you give are not designed to assess the goodness or badness of the way you perform these mental tasks. They are attempts to discover the capacity individuals show for performing these tasks for different movements. There are no right or wrong ratings or some ratings that are better than others. Each of the following statements describes a particular action or movement. I will read each statement to you, and then you will actually perform the movement as described. Only perform the movement a single time. Return to the starting position for the movement, just as if you were going to perform the action a second time. Then, depending on which of the following you are asked to do, either form as clear and vivid a visual image as possible of the movement just performed, or attempt to feel yourself making the movement just performed without actually doing it. After you have completed the mental task required, rate the ease or difficulty with which you were able to do the task. There are two scales. One is the visual imagery scale, and goes from 7 being very easy to see, 6 is easy to see, 5 is somewhat easy to see, 4 is neutral, 3 is somewhat hard to see, 2 is hard to see, and 1 is very hard to see. And then the kinesthetic scale, or the feeling scale, goes from 7 being very easy to feel to 1 being very hard to feel. So be as accurate as possible and take as long as you feel necessary to arrive at the proper rating for each movement. You may choose the same rating for any number of movements seen or felt, and it is not necessary to utilize the entire length of the scale. Okay, so there are two ways to imagine. You can either imagine seeing or imagine feeling. So I'll give you an example. If you imagine yourself on a roller coaster, you can imagine what it would look like for you to be on a roller coaster, either seeing yourself from the third-person perspective and what you look like, or you can imagine what it would look like to see the tracks in front of you going up or going down. If I asked you to imagine what it would feel like to be on a roller coaster, you would imagine feeling the tracks rumbling, maybe you'd feel a little bit nauseous. Okay, so what you'll do is, since you said that you're right-handed, you'll perform all the movements on your right side, and you'll imagine them all on your left side, and I will be your mirror image. So throughout this questionnaire, sometimes I'll say see, and sometimes I'll say feel. And then we'll repeat all the movements again, and whatever I asked you to see before, then I'll ask you to feel. Do you have any questions? Okay. Sit with your arms at your sides and your feet on the floor. Raise your right knee as high as possible. Now lower your leg so that you are again sitting with your 2 feet on the floor. Assume the starting position. Close your eyes. Attempt to feel yourself making the movement just performed without actually doing it using your left leg. Now rate the ease or difficulty with which you were able to do this mental task.
7.
While sitting, put your hand in your lap and make a fist with your right hand. Raise your hand above your head until your arm is fully extended, keeping your fingers in a fist. Next, lower your hand back to your lap while maintaining a fist. Assume the starting position. Close your eyes. Attempt to see yourself making the movement just performed using your left arm with as clear and vivid a visual image as possible.
Okay.
Now rate the ease or difficulty with which you were able to do this mental task.
7.
Extend your right arm straight out to your side so that it is parallel to the ground with your fingers extended and your palm down. Move your arm forward until it is directly in front of your body. Now move your arm back straight out to your side. Assume the starting position. Close your eyes. Attempt to feel yourself making the movement just performed without actually doing it using your left arm. Okay. Now rate the ease or difficulty with which you were able to do this mental task.
7.
7. Very easy to feel. Sit with your right arm fully extended above your head. Slowly bend forward at the waist and try to touch your toes with your fingertips. Now return sitting with your arm extended above your head. Assume the starting position. Close your eyes. Attempt to see yourself making the movement just performed using your left arm with as clear and vivid a visual image as possible.
Okay.
Now rate the ease or difficulty with which you were able to do this mental task.
7.
7. Very easy to see. Put your right hand in front of you at about shoulder height as if you're about to push open a swinging door. Your fingers should be pointing upwards. Extend your arm fully as if you are pushing open the door. Then let the swinging door close by returning your hand and arm to your side. Assume the starting position. Close your eyes. Attempt to see yourself making the movement just performed using your left arm with as clear and vivid a visual image as possible.
Okay.
Now rate the ease or difficulty with which you were able to do this mental task.
7.
7. Very easy to see. While sitting, put your hand in your lap. Pretend you see a drinking glass on a table directly in front of you. Using your right hand, reach forward, grasp the glass, and lift it slightly off the table. Now place it back on the table and return your hand to your lap. Assume the starting position. Close your eyes. Attempt to feel yourself making the movement just performed without actually doing it using your left arm.
Okay.
Now rate the ease or difficulty with which you were able to do this mental task.
7.
7. Very easy to feel. Your hand is at your side. Pretend there's a door in front of you that is closed. Using your right hand, reach forward, grasp the door handle, and pull open the door. Now gently shut the door, let go of the door handle, and return your arm to your side. Assume the starting position. Close your eyes. Attempt to feel yourself making the movement just performed without actually doing it using your left arm.
Okay.
Now rate the ease or difficulty with which you were able to do this mental task.
7.
7. Very easy to feel.